Uh, okay. All right. Got your attention, didn't I? I bet by now you have reams of data. You went out and collected all the facts that you could get to prove that vehicle exchange works. You implement it in your store and you started selling a whole bunch more cars, bringing in more pre-owned. You've got all the data. You called your training vendor and said, hey, send me reports of what our close rates were before that training and then what was after. And you've just stacks and stacks of evidence to prove me wrong that vehicle exchange works, that training, by the way, I agree it works. And the training your BDC works, I also agree. But I tell you, paid search doesn't work in automotive the way you believe it does. I tell you that it's useless. Nobody can provide data. I say that, and guess what? Crickets. Not a single vendor, and you know in LinkedIn, I've called them all out and asked them. Not a single search engine company. I've tagged Google and Bing, Yahoo numerous times. Crickets. Not a single dealer, not a dealer group, not a marketing director, nobody that said, hey, here's the qualitative and quantitative evidence that proves, Ron, paid search is doing exactly what we want it to do, right? Absolutely none, right? So, and then me, someone who sold paid search for 16, 17 years, millions upon millions of dollars of paid search sold by me to individual dealerships, to dealer groups, to associations, even OEMs, right? And through some of the largest organizations that you believe are reputable marketing and search engine marketing companies today. I have all the information about why we sold what we did and how we manipulated the data to sell to dealers, right? Nothing nefarious, nothing bad, but how we sort of put our best foot forward. And guess what? I know that when our marching orders were put out in the street to go knock on doors and sell this stuff, it was never about, hey, go make sure the dealer is profitable. It was about, go hit this number, right? Grow our business, get us more stores, get us more groups. Let's grow our business, let's grow our business. It was never about stop, pause, let's make sure this is absolutely working for our dealers. It was about, let's take these analytics and show this data, claim attribution and claim other stuff, so that they see, they meaning you, Mr. Dealer, see that it's actually working for them. When really there was that was all correlation. There was no real tangible proof that what we were doing is actually what you thought was happening. But boy, did we sell up a storm. And again, this isn't a knock against these vendors. They're, in my opinion, all the vendors that are out there that I know, that I've worked with, some of them that I haven't, great organizations, really good people. They get up every morning and they mean well. They want you to be successful, Mr. Dealer, but they also want themselves to be successful, and that's good. They want their companies to be successful. That's what they're supposed to do. Their focus is on their company. How do we meet our number this month? How do we grow our business, right? Many of them are focused on being acquired. How do we grow so that we get bought by someone else, right? But those aren't bad things, but their focus is about them, not about your profitability. And about a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, I started to look more critically at the data. Fortunately, someone shared a lot of information with me. And now, not only do I know that paid search doesn't work, but guess what? I know the inner workings of every single vendor out there. I know what they do. I know why they do it. I know why they put the reports and the demos and the data together. And you don't want to know what I know. You just want to keep spending $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, 15, 20, 30, $50,000 a month, and you don't want to know what we know? We emphatically say it doesn't work. No one contests it. No one proves otherwise. And you want to write that check this month? Listen, this is not a knock on any vendor, definitely not a knock on you, Mr. Dealer. Here's what I want. I want to come clean and share with you information that'll help you be a better dealer, be more profitable. I think there's 3 things you should do. Instead of paid search marketing. Number 1, put the money in Hip National, as my buddy John O'Brien likes to call it. Keep it for yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. You're an entrepreneur. You bought a franchise. You started a business to grow and be successful and profitable. You are entitled to keep as much of the profits as you want. Not a strike against that at all. So do that. Or, my favorite, invest in your people. Make them happier. Give them more skills, make them more talented, make them more wealthy, give them more opportunity. That, I think, is probably the most non-disruptive strategy you can have. Third, speaking of disruption, remove the friction in your store. For decades, whether it was through CSI reports, and then ultimately through Yelp and then Google reviews. For decades, your market has been telling you that it's not the shiny metal objects. It's not the beautiful Taj Mahal dealership. It's not the terrible service. It's not even the coffee. What they said it was how we interacted with them in the store. Fix that. Invest there. Invest in removing friction, right? Do those things that work. Hey, look, you've got a lot of digital products out there and strategies that actually work, that there are strong, demonstrable returns on investment, and you should keep them. You should use them and continue to grow. I can name dozens of them that you can keep, right? And that you should. At the same time, paid search isn't one of them. It just does not work the way you believe it does. And it's wasting a lot of your time and your money. I know. I've got the facts. We've helped dozens of dealers see it. And here's what I want to do. I want to help you, because every time I take a dealer, the GM, again, every single time, they're always, hey, well, why didn't anybody show this to me? I want to show it to you. We're going to show it to you at the Slow Down Your Burn Rate here in Pismo Beach, California on January 21st and 22nd. Look, many of you are going to head up to NADA in San Francisco. This is just a little jaunt over here. Come to Pismo Beach, learn a couple of things, understand exactly why these vendors say what they say to you when you get up there at NADA. Arm yourself with all the information. Be able to know the difference between a visit that is driven by a paid search campaign and one that cannibalized an organic or direct visit. Understand how to do that. And by the way, that's going to be easy, right? So we're looking forward to sharing this information. Look, there are a lot of people talking about the market contracting. I'm not worried about that, and you shouldn't either, right? You all have shown strong resilience and great ability to grow in a down market. So I wouldn't worry about that. We always hear talk about disruption. You know what? You can't disrupt happy people. That doesn't happen. But in order to weather these sort of tufts of wind, weather the storm, if you will, you're going to have to make some changes in terms of where you spend your money. And paid search, I'm here to tell you, I'll be the first one to publicly say I was wrong when any vendor says, hey, look, we took $10,000 of his money, and here's proof that without that $10,000, he would not have sold these. You know, basic essence of marketing kind of stuff. Anyway, looking forward to help you. Looking forward to making you wiser, certainly before you get to NADA. And more importantly, we're looking forward to making you profitable. Hope you're having a spectacular day. Hope to see you. Here's all the information below. Rock and roll. Talk to you soon.